Our last piece for this evening, A Longford Legend, is a three-movement composition based on three Irish poems, A Longford Legend, Young Molly Braun, and Killyburn Bray. I'm going to do a little poetry tonight for you. Give them a chance to take a break. A Longford Legend. Oh, 'tis a bold major tale I'll retail, who possessed a fine house and a charming estate, who, when possible, always his pleasure would take, from morning till night in a boat on his way. So a steam launch he bought from a neighboring pier and learned how to start her, to stoke her, and to steer. But part of the craft he omitted to learn, how to ease her, and to stop her, and back her astern. Well, one lovely spring morn from this mooring they cast, the furnace alit and the steam in full blast. As they cruised through the lake, oh, what a pleasure was theirs. Evening's come, says the major, let's home for the night. I'll pick up the mooring and make her all right. Whilst you, my gay stoker, your wages to earn, just ease her and stop her and back her astern. Do what? Asked the stoker. Why, stop her, of course. Faith, it's as they're stopping a runaway horse. Just try it yourself, the field officer swore. But that was no use. They were nearly on shore. He swore at himself, at the boat and the crew. He cursed at the funnel, the boiler, and the screw. But in vain he was forced from his moorings to turn, shouting, ease her, and stop her, and back her astern. It was clear that on shore that they night would not dine. So they drank up the brandy, the whiskey, and wine. They finished the stew and demolished the cake, as they steamed at full speed all the night round the lake. Weeks passed by, and with terror and famine oppressed, one by one of that ill-fated crew sank to rest. And grim death seized the major before he could learn how to ease her and stop her, back her astern. And still round the wake their wild course they pursue, whilst the ghost of the major still swears at the crew, and the ghost of the crew still replies in this mode, just ease her and stop her, and be blowed. Here's the moral imprimis when you're afloat. Don't use haughty words to your crew on your boat. And you're starting, oh, make this your deepest concern. Learn to ease her, to stop her, and back her astern. Young Molly Braun. Come, all you young gallants that follow the gun, beware of late shooting at the setting sun. For it's little you know of what happened of late to young Molly Stewart, whose beauty was great. It happened one evening in a shower of hail, this maid in a bower herself did conceal. Her love being a shooting, took her for a fawn. He leveled his gun, he shot not a one. And when he came to her and found it was she, his limbs, they grew feeble, his eyes could not see. His heart, it was broken, his sorrow and grief, and with eyes up to heaven, he implored with relief. He ran to his uncle with the gun in his hand, saying, "Uncle, dear uncle, I'm not able to stand. I shot my one true lover, alas, I'm undone," while she was in the shade by the setting of the sun. I rubbed her fair temples and found she was dead, and a fountain of tears from our darling I shed. And now I'll be forced by the laws of the land for the killing of my darling, my trial to stand. Killyburn Brae. There was an old man down by Killyburn Brae, right fall, titty fall. There was an old man down by Killyburn Brae, had a scolding old wife for most of his day. With a right fall all day, titty fall da day. One day, as this man, we walked out in the glen, sure he met with the devil. Says, "How are you then?" Says he, "Me old man, I have come for ye wife, for I hear she's the plague and torment of your life." So the devil, he hoisted her up on his back, and hot foot from hell with her then he did pack. And when at the finish they got to Hell's Gate, sure he threw her right down with a thump on her pate. There were two little devils, they're playing at ball, whilst the one he was wee, sure the other was small. There were two other devils, they're tied up in chains, and she lifted her stick and she scattered their brains. So the devil, he hoisted her up on his back. They were 7 years gone, 9 days coming back. Says he, me old man, here's your wife, safe and well, for the likes of her herself, we would not have in hell. Now I've been a devil the most of my life, but I ne'er was in hell till I met with your wife. So it's true that the women is worse than the men, right fall, titty fall. So it's true that this women is worse than the men. When they go down to hell, they are thrown out again. With a right fall, doll, titty fall,